so they coin a work wife to fill that void with whatever is close and convenient. And that really doesn't bother you, Cerise. Why would it? How could I feel threatened when the whole world knows that I'm his wife? I'm still in shock that Lou's dead. Who is behind the scenes? This season started off wild. The drama and the trauma is already coming. So let's see what happens next. This was not a good Christmas this year for these characters. So we're gonna see the next drama that occurs, but please go follow the amazing author Charlie Seb. Subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's start the Only Pretend drama. Let me take these off for you. I still carried a deep resentment for Sawyer. My stance on his character had yet to change. He was a liar and a cheat, manipulative and cunning. But on this evening, he was also warm and pliant. Oh, Cerise. He allowed me to curl up into his arms to sink deep into them. And on this evening, I didn't care much for whose arms held me. All I wanted was to be held. And okay, at least I'll give him a point. He's actually holding her, unlike that flashback we had with the mother where she was basically not doing it. It was silent the way the new year crept up on me. I was partly to blame. For the first time in my life, I had completely disregarded the occasion. As of late, I found it hard to see anything in my life worth celebrating. Oh. Are you out of your damn mind? No, absolutely not. Who do you think you're speaking to right now, boy? An old decrepit man? Like, what? I don't know. Have some respect. No, I'm good. That man has not shown him any respect. I will defend Sawyer on this. This father is not a father. So what do you mean have some respect? Louisa Fisher died just over a week ago and you already want my wife on top of planning? I hate it as much as you do, Sawyer. I really do. Do you, Sandy? Because I personally think you had a hand in that death. I'm just saying. So, bullshit. This is work. That's all it is. We can't just hit pause on everything all because some fragile girl decided to. You are unbelievable. I don't care if you throw a fit. We're not hosting the memorial. It's a benefit for your mother. We host this every year. Okay, well then 1 year we can skip it. I'm sure the mother who passed away would completely understand. Think about your mother. I'm thinking about my wife who's still very much alive. How come you only seem to care about mom now that she's gone? Yeah, all of a sudden now it's for your mother, this memorial. Oh look, he's getting physical again. Is anyone surprised? That's all that man can do is hurt people. That's all Sandy can do. He can't do anything else. Let's walk in and see this farce going on. What's going on? Where is everyone going? Good morning, ma'am. Because of renovations on the East Wing, a few employees are being relocated to spare offices on this side. Oh, I see. But this is weird. This is Claire's office. I'm not sure why she would be packing up. Oh yeah, wasn't she gonna quit or something? I don't remember. Oh no, Sawyer was gonna fire her, I think. There's no way. Surely Sawyer didn't. No, I couldn't have this. Having Claire out of my sight would only make everything much harder. Oh, my apologies. I should have knocked. We saw you, Sandy. We all saw it. We saw it, abuser. Still be joining us momentarily. Now he's acting like the look on his face as he's beating his child. Yeah, this is when we saw him the first time. Oh, what's going on here? Something in the air here feels off. Were you two in the middle of something? No, Sandy was just being an abusive POS. That's what. No, it's all right. I'll discuss this with you at a later time. There's no more discussion. And you weren't discussing anything, Sandy, so I don't know why you're using that word. There's nothing to discuss. I made up my mind. I hate that I'm actually kind of proud of Sawyer right now. I hate that. I really do. If he hadn't hurt Cerise so badly and been such an awful person at the beginning of this story, I would be kind of rooting for Sawyer. But then there's Haniel. And in stories where I read a lot of like Dan Me and stuff, so it's kind of like the toxic one always wins. So in the second, ML always ends up being such a good person and like not ending up with the main character. And for once, no, we're rooting for the second ML, which is Haniel. So it's gonna be Haniel. I mean, unless he screws up so bad, like I said. Speaking of Haniel, I have to warn everybody. Okay, I have a confession to make. Let us recustomize Haniel, the characters at the beginning of the chapter, and I went to recustomize Haniel because I wanted to look at different hairstyles on him, and I swear it said the default like choices will be in gold, which is the right choice, the creator's choice, the canon choice. I could not find those options. There was nothing in gold on my screen. I could not get it back. Y'all, I wanted his hair back to where it was like the dark brown or black on the sides and like the ash gray, silver, platinum on the top. Couldn't find it. Gone. So I changed his hairstyle and he has brown hair now. So I hope y'all like it. I actually kind of like it. I think he looks sexy. Little makeover for season 2. Season 2. But yeah, I tried to go back to the defaults and I couldn't. So if anyone doesn't like it, sorry. We'll have to wait for season 3, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, that was a tangent. Is everything all right between you two? Yeah, it was just a little warning in advance that Haniel might look a little different. What do you need, Cerise? We just saved your ass, boy. Is Claire leaving the company? Yes, I dismissed her. You can't fire Claire. What? You can't fire her. Look, if you fire her, we'll need to go through the whole recruitment process for a new assistant. And given everything that has happened, I can't really bring myself to trust any new talent brought into the company right now. Claire, I bit my tongue so hard I nearly swallowed it. I feel safer having Claire around. She's playing the game, knowing she's been with you in the company for so long. You want me to keep Claire here? Is there an issue with that? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry if I'm overstepping my boundaries. I didn't even have the decency to ask why you were dismissing her in the first place. As if I would ever give an F. Ooh! Cerise, I can't keep Claire around because I'm all ears. Because why? We have history. Oh, that's the word we're going to use. History. History. Now, what you said earlier. What? History? Claire and I, a long time ago, we were in a relationship a long time ago. He never thought to say this, ages ago. Like, imagine finding like, okay, even if all that drama didn't happen, right? Okay, let's say he wasn't actually doing anything with Claire recently or anything like that. Imagine just finding out like, what's going on with your assistant? Oh, that's my ex. You didn't think to tell me this ages ago? This is just now being brought up? What? Okay. I'd be a little upset. Cerise, can you please say something? I don't care. Oh, what? Oh. I'm loving this new era of Cerise. I don't care. You said it yourself. That was a long time ago, right? Cerise is entering her villain era arc, and I'm kind of living for this. Yes, but I'm not worried about some stupid office fling. That's not even the right word, villain arc. She's not a villain though, because she did nothing wrong, but I love this new era that she's going, and all the people that played with her, she's about to give that revenge right back to them. And I can't exactly blame her for getting the hots for you. I mean, you're handsome, I guess. I mean, that's the one nice thing I can say about him. Handsome and young. I hope he's hung. Who wouldn't? Sawyer +1. Oh. I didn't know between the two options. I just thought I'd try to win him over a little bit. You know what? I can talk to her. I've been meaning to take her out for a coffee chat. You have? Yes, Sawyer. This is all you. Cerise, I don't know if that's such a great idea. Oh my gosh. Why? Why are we all on good terms here, Sawyer? Why not? I can't imagine what might suddenly cause a shift in you like this. Even after everything, you've elected to keep her around all these years. She probably kept you company during the 6 months I was unconscious. And I had some appreciation for that. Oh, she was giving him company with the cooch. So she still means something to you, clearly. She doesn't. Don't get those wide eyes on me. As a friend, relax, Sawyer. You don't need to bend over backwards to try and explain the situation. I get it. I don't get it. That's not for you to get. Of course you wouldn't get it, silly. You're not a woman. You'll just have to trust we know our affairs best, Sawyer. Interesting choice of words. The affairs best, Sawyer. Sawdust. Like how I've always trusted you and yours. So please allow me to get to know her. You know, I already feel so lonely in this office. I could really use a friend right now. There was some truth to my confession. I didn't have anyone left to turn on. But I'll be damned before I let myself act like a fool enough to befriend the woman who stole my husband. Oh, it's even going to get worse when the memories do fully return, because I don't think they've actually returned yet. I could be wrong. I just think it'd be best for us to move on. From what? Surely if you've allowed her to stick around all this time, the relationship couldn't have meant much. Okay, yeah, be sad. You're right, it was nothing. Yeah, okay. As much as it felt nauseous in Claire's presence, I had to fight back the bile. Well, my anger had festered bitterly into an appetite that only could be satiated by driving them mad. Ooh, revenge, revenge. I'm cheering this on. Every loose end Sawyer tried to tie, I vowed to tear apart until the threads frayed beyond any capability of concealing anything. And in every corner Claire looked, I would dangle him like keys to a childhood home she had lived in but could never afford to own. I love this. Oh, we actually go on a coffee with her. The silence was unbearable. I couldn't help my fingers from fidgeting or my teeth from nibbling on the inside of my bottom lip. Oh my gosh. But whatever discomfort I felt paled in comparison to whatever plagued Claire. And what's wrong? Her eyes wouldn't relent from darting across the room, almost as if the cafe itself and not my presence that kept her on the edge of her seat. Now, why is that? I don't think we've had a proper conversation before, girl. And I apologize if I've all been unwelcoming on my part. No, you're fine. I'm just Mr. Owen's assistant, nothing more. Oh no, we know. You and Sawyer are nothing more than coworkers. There's no need to be so coy. Haven't we already established that I know all about your dirty laundry? Oh, then I guess you shouldn't feel obliged to rekindle some sort of friendship with me. I do appreciate the favor with you fighting to help keep my job here, but I really don't need it. Didn't Sawyer tell you my reasoning? I know your intentions mean well, but knowing is enough. And what if I don't want to work for Mr. Owens anymore? If that were the case, he would have quit a long time ago, no? Based on what he told me, I highly doubt that Sawyer would have embarrassed himself by begging you to stay. Oh, maybe I was being cruel, but I couldn't feel any remorse from it. I can't either, because we all remember what this girl was saying. We've already talked about Claire enough. We don't really need to keep going on about Claire, but the things Claire has said and done to Cerise about Cerise killed my sympathy. So I think Cerise deserves to fight back. Seeing Claire's resolve wane only hardened mine further. I do hope that in the future, when all this mess is over, that she does find someone who truly loves her, who truly cherishes her. She finds that self-confidence back, and she can be happy. But as for right now, if Cerise wants her revenge, well, guess what? She's gonna get it. Honestly, I really can't understand why exactly you even want me around. Normal women wouldn't. Well, I'm not that kind of woman who clings on to minor details of the past like that, Claire. Minor? Men do it all the time, accidentally getting attached to any woman in their proximity. They get lonely and desperate, spending all their evenings holed away in the office. So they coin a work wife to fill that void with whatever is close and convenient. And that really doesn't bother you, Cerise. Why would it? How could I feel threatened when the whole world knows that I'm his wife? Oh my gosh. And forgive me for being old-fashioned, but I do prefer it when employees refer to me with formality. I like being called Mrs. Owens. Of course, Mrs. Owens. Oh, this is sweet. This revenge is tasting sweet. Your necklace. Isn't it lovely? It's Sawyer's Christmas present. An heirloom passed down from his mother, he told me. Something cute about it having always belonged to me or whatever. But you know, I could almost swear I've seen you wearing a similar design yourself. She was torturing these people. No, that's impossible. I wouldn't. I couldn't afford such a thing. Probably not, huh? Oh, y'all, I'm living for this. You know I struggled a bit with finding a suitable present for Sawyer. And if we feel bad, let's remember the last words she was saying about Cerise. Even in that basement that we overheard. Sympathy gone. You know, I struggled a bit with finding a suitable present for Sawyer. Why is it so absurdly hard to buy gifts for men? You dated him. Are you aware of anything in particular that he might be inclined to? Watches, clones, or sports events he might like to attend? I know she's struggling inside. I know this girl's melting down. Mr. Owens isn't a materialistic man. He'd probably prefer an intimate night in if I were to guess. Yeah, we know you've shared many of those with him. Intimate? Candles on the dinner table, a low scoop satin dress, hair pinned up all messy, the whole shebang. Okay. That's a vivid description, almost vulgar. Just suggesting based on past experience, like you asked. Men lose their minds over that effortless look, don't they? Probably because it's easier to imagine ruining you. Yeah, we'll keep that in mind. Are you okay? Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, but I'm gonna call it a day. Are you okay? Just coming up from a bad fever. Yeah, I'm on my way. Okay, chapter 20. Because who answered the phone? Who was that? Oh, that's when she was sick or whatever. Take care of Julie, my ass. What a shameless liar. I should probably go. Of course, please rest up and feel better. Oh, before you leave, Claire, could I ask a huge favor of you? Favor? Could you please check Sawyer's calendar and let me know what evenings he might finish work early? The Five Seasons Hotel just recently finished renovating their penthouse suites, and I thought it might be nice for us to spend a night. Claire flinched at that, and the corner of my mouth tugged in silent victory. Spend a night in New York with your own penthouse isn't enough for you? Oh, I'm trying to make it up to him for forgetting a Christmas gift this year. I want to make the night more special. I'll see what I can do. She's gonna torture that girl. That was petty, but worth it. Like I said, it is what it is. Who's this? It's Eliza. Haniel gave me your number. Oh, you said you wanted to chat. Hi. I'm actually out right now if you got time. Dinner's on me. Sure. Okay, so we're gonna meet Eliza. Can I bring a +1? I do adore Eliza so much. Ooh, Sandy. Your office is a bit cozy, but it should only be temporary. We're renovating a couple of the floors, so most of the team will relocate to those newer spaces. Oh, this is, okay, Ellie. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not a picky man, Sandy. Oh, I know. Perfect then. Oh, Emily. I know she's about to melt down. Well, this couldn't be more perfect timing. I'd like to introduce you to Eli Leong. I don't know if I said their names right, y'all. I'm so sorry. We've met. You have? At the charity gala. Yes, we have. And judging by your cordiality, I'm assuming he was your guest that evening, Sandy. Indeed, he was. In fact, I'm currently giving a tour of the off. Could I speak with you in private, Sandy? Eli, if you'll excuse me for a moment, please take your time. I'm sure I can manage my way around here. Okay, so what's she gonna say? What did he mean by managing his way around here? Have I not had the chance to tell you? Tell me what. I've hired him in lieu of Sophie Cortez. He's her replacement. I beg your pardon. You had to hire a random man to a manager position at our company? He's not a random man, Emily. He's a member of the international steel supplier we'll be partnering with. Steel supplier? Don't you recall our meeting with their executives earlier this month? Okay, so that's the flashback. Oh my gosh, I still need to know what the relationship is between everyone. Is that man trying to hurt Cerise? You told me you had been rescheduled. Did I? Oh, indeed, technical issues with the web call, if I remember correctly. It was sorted out later that evening and we were able to hold a formal negotiation. Did you not receive the remote invite? No, I don't believe I did. Sandy, you cannot just pursue a new supplier partnership without my input. Please don't fault me for an inability to keep up with your own calendar, Emily. And as much as your opinion is valued here, the board is thrilled to work with the Leon Corporation. We would be fools not to take this opportunity. The Leongs reached out to us on their own will. It is an incredibly lucrative opportunity and it would aid us in a European expansion. There are other suppliers we can work with, Sandy. And what reason do you have to be against this partnership specifically? It's all far too sudden, girl. No one's going to believe your tantrum. You got to speak up. It's just the nature of how this business works. We can't ever pause and allow our competitors the time to catch up. Surely this is a conflict of interest. You're recruiting the heir of a possible supplier into a manager role at our company. I've spoken with the legal and there are no glaringly unethical implications in our agreement. We need an expert to take over a vacant marketing position and the Leongs were kind enough to offer one of their own. Eli will take charge in promoting our brand. There won't be any instance where he might promote his own company through our procurement process. We have full transparency and distinctly segregated duties. It's clear to me that a verdict has been reached without my vote. For future reference, I would appreciate it if I were involved in such key decisions. Okay, girl, you kind of look crazy because you're not saying, like, what's the problem? Not to defend Sandy because I don't like Sandy, but certainly. Forgive me if I've overstepped my post. So you've done your research on the Leongs. I beg your pardon. You knew Eli was an heir. Oh, she's getting caught. Caught lucky guess given his last name. Still, that's a strong conclusion to come based on such circumstantial evidence. How could I do research on a corporation I wasn't made aware we would be dealing with in the first place? This business does seem stressful. It seems so messy and stressful. Oh my gosh. Flashback with the mom, I think. I'd like you to stay. Okay. Oh, she's having memories? I need to know what happened and why she's so scared. Why has she been running? No, Eliza, please stay. I know this is going to be a pretty heavy conversation. I really only came to introduce you to. You wouldn't be intruding at all. You're my friend, too, aren't you? Oh, yes, she is. She's our friend. I guess I am. Okay, let's see. I couldn't keep my palms from clamming up in anticipation of what Vanessa might reveal to me tonight. As of right now, she was the only person in the world who knew anything about my life before the accident, at least that was willing to tell me. The only person who knew my truest wishes, the last honest words I spoke, and the secrets that may have nearly got me killed. I have been a professional in my career for years now, and I still haven't quite figured out how best to relay this to you. Though I suppose you probably had enough of people beating around the bush, so I might as well just rip off the band-aid. Yes, Vanessa, please do it. Cerise needs it. You and your husband had been having issues for quite some time. He had been seeing another woman behind you. Well, that's not quite the right wording. He had been seeing a woman alongside you in your marriage. You were well aware of her existence, and from what you told me, she was well aware of yours. Oh my gosh. I knew. She's gonna remember soon. The entire time I knew Sawyer was cheating and I stayed. It was a business marriage, Cerise. A marriage of convenience. Imagine finding that out. My heart sank. I was pathetic, no you are not, to believe that the sympathy and attention Sawyer had showered me with in the wake of my accident had stemmed from some truth. That boy is a liar, a cheat. He's gotten a little bit better, but we just can't trust Sawyer. No, to have believed that deep down in the face of all his sick and twisted deeds, that concern was sincere. But to hear that since the very beginning our union had been built on a house of cards only twisted the knife further into my gut. A business marriage? If that's the case, then that means everyone's been playing you. Your family's new. You're shitting me. Imagine being Eliza and hearing all this, like, the shock of it all. But that's just so messed up. Remember, you've got two families. Now Cerise. This mother is a liar. She didn't even have one in the first place. This poor girl. Oh Lord, we can continue this discussion another day, Cerise. We don't have to go over everything tonight. No, we need to. No, I want to. Could you... Why does this boy have to show up here? I forgot about him for like 2 seconds. Uh-oh. Yo, okay, what on earth? Is that Chase? Shit, just my luck. My husband's best friend was about to see me teary-eyed in mid-conversation with my attorney. I didn't need Chase stitching back to him, and I definitely didn't need Sawyer asking me questions. As far as my husband knew, I don't have any friends left. Of all places for this boy to show up. Vanessa, I know it's late, but by any chance is your office still open? Who the hell died? Okay, so I forgot. Everybody hasn't seen Haniel slightly. If you heard me in the last one, I was trying to play around with his appearance because I was like, maybe you could just do a hairstyle or something like that. But then I was like, no, I'm gonna go back to the default or whatever. I couldn't find the default. The default was supposed to be in gold, was nowhere to be found on my screen. I looked through every option. So he's got a little makeover, a little hairstyle for season 2, but we'll move past this. I think he looks fine, but I think it's more of the shock of from season 1 to season 2. Anyway, if we don't like it, I'll change it back in season 3 if we get to a season 3. Who the hell died? You're looking like you just came straight out of a funeral. Maybe because somebody just did, asshole. Oh, my condolences. Pass your pity loan to Cerise. I sure as hell don't need it. Is she all right? Our friend supposedly just killed herself. What do you think? I'm doing this spectacular. Thanks for asking. Killed herself. That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about today. Yeah, I'm real sorry for your loss, but I'm not qualified to play therapist. No, I don't think she really killed herself. Louisa's always been such a happy-go-lucky kind of girl, and she's never showed any signs. People handle depression differently. Who are you to say she wasn't? Sure, but look, I get it. It's hard. Your friend probably only wanted that just died in a pretty emotionally brutal way. Sweetie, you're trying to... All right, F you too, buddy. You're trying to come to terms with what happened, but you said it yourself, you're not a licensed therapist. I do not need you psychoanalyzing me. I knew Louise, okay, she was happy. She wouldn't just wake up one day and decide to do this. You don't know that. Oh, and you do? Sometimes people just get fed up. No, it's weird. Everything lines up at some weird coincidence, and I just know it had to do with Louisa's death. Okay, girl, are you gonna say I'm almost sure she was murdered? Murdered? Yeah, is Sophie gonna speak up and say I had her try to look for that letter that had the information and then she ended up murdered? Like we're leaving out that important piece of information, Soph. This is everything I have on your file. Notes from our initial meeting and copies of contracts he provided, including the prenuptial agreement. I'm sorry, but I still can't wrap my head around why Sawyer and I would be arranged. Well, the purpose of your union was to solidify the merger between the Lauren Group and Owens Co., consolidating the two into one single entity. I don't understand how I'm expected to just take this. You're practically saying that she sold me. She did. That mama's trash. That my mother sold me for the business. A harsh way to put it, but yes. But that doesn't make any sense. I don't remember any conversation about our company's going concern. Going concern? It's the ability for a company to continue business operations as normal, but this is exactly what we were discussing right before your accident. From what you told me prior to your family's company had been performing perfectly fine. Contrary to what you were told, the Lauren Group did not need this merger to survive. So was it the Owens Group? For whatever reason, you suggested that you had reason to believe you might have been manipulated into this marriage. Okay, so her family told me that the police report recorded her death as chemical asphyxiation. She had apparently left her truck engine running in a closed garage and the carbon monoxide flooded her home. You say apparently. About a week ago, I spoke with Louisa on the phone. Okay, thank you, Sophie. We're speaking up now. She told me she couldn't drive out to me because her new tires hadn't been delivered. I'm sorry, Soph, but I can't come over. I've got errands to run, plus my new tires still haven't arrived, so I can't even drive my truck until next week. And when the police found her body, she was all dressed up in a fancy gown. I could bet my left kidney she was on her way to that stupid gala, and if she was sure as hell wasn't going to take her janky truck. So what are you saying? I think Louisa found something she wasn't supposed to. I was still doubting its credibility, but given that Louisa might have just died for it. The letter must have been real. But what I'm about to say, can't make it back to Cerise. Okay, so what is this? Please keep it going, girl. This would kill her. Just spit it out, Cortez. What is it, girl? I'm all ears. When she slipped into the coma, I was appointed her position temporarily. I worked in her office mainly for convenience, but honestly, it was supposed to be my... All right, calm down, get to the important part. I resumed her work, took over her in-progress, replied to emails, and signed on her behalf. And then one day, this letter came. A letter from France. Since it was sent to the office, I assumed it pertained to business, so I opened it. And yeah, call me nosy or whatever, but I read it. And if it's fake, what a sick joke to make it, but if it is real... Then her father is really out there looking for her. Okay. But isn't the father now dead? What?